Hello, my name is Alexa Kwachak. I am in Sports Medicine 3, and for my second project, I did motion analysis and dance. For the overview of my project, my client is a 16-year-old dancer, Kira Lyons. She has 12 years of dancing experience, an extremely active person. She plays tennis on the South Tahoe High School team and is a member on the varsity dance team. I created a specific program that focuses on motion analysis and the step-by-step technique of two different jumps that are used often throughout dancing. The goal of this program was to create an effective plan for my client to follow consistently so that she was able to improve her technique with two specific jumps, a calypso and firebird, that will improve her overall performance as a dancer and enhance her jumping skills. And on the picture on the right, it is an image of a firebird leap. And in the image on the left, it is a picture of a calypso jump. For my research, first I interviewed my client and discussed dance skills with her and the specific dance moves that she would like to work on herself. Next, we narrowed it down to two separate dance jumps, a calypso and firebird. Then I researched, broke down, and examined each piece within each jump in order to fully understand the technique. Lastly, I put together a program with a variety of stretches that my client performed almost daily in order to help her out with improving technique and overall form. Within the sport and art of dance, there are many terms used in French, and here is a list of the ones used throughout this program with the two specific dance jumps. First is a chaîné, and a chaîné means chain in English. So this dance move is like a chain turning on both feet, and it is a connecting movement. Élevé, the dancer rises up high onto the balls of the feet from flat feet. It is basically like a calf raise. Next is plié. Plié means to bend of the legs, and this is used mainly before jumping. Assemblée means to assemble and join. It is a jumping movement where the legs and feet join in the air before landing on the ground. Cambré means to arch, specifically to arch and bend at the waist and arching in a backward position. And then fifth position of the feet is where the dancer stands with the feet turned out and the front foot's heel touches the back foot's toes. Port de bras means carriage of the arms, and arms are super important within the performance of dance and overall motion analysis of specific skills, and especially with these two jumps. Fifth position of the arms, the shoulders are down, arms are extended and slightly forward above head. They are gently curved with the fingertips almost touching. And then first position with the arms, the fingertips are in line with belly button and no higher than the sternum. Arms are rounded and fingertips are almost touching once again. And then fourth position on ha, there are two different fourth positions of the arms. In this one, the arms are in a high position. One arm is in a fifth position above head, while the other arm is in a second position, extended out to the side of the body. So for my baseline testing of a calypso jump, I filmed my client doing the jump and as well as included a video of a professional. So in this jump, you can see that her front leg is nice and straight, and so within the jump, she has a nice bend of her back leg, and her arms are in a nice position where her first arm is straight and her second arm is curved nicely above her head. and she is facing the audience. And in my client's video, her chaînés were nice and clean. She had a nice elevée, a nice plie. As you can see, as she was beginning to jump, her leg is already bent. Her arm is in kind of an awkward position, not super extended, and she is not facing towards the camera. As you can see, her leg just continues to bend and never really gets to that straight position. Her arms are just kind of all over the place, and she still is not looking towards the camera. So for the Firebird, this is an example of a professional. And when you look at this video, you can see that she lands in a nice fifth position with her feet. She has a nice plie. Her front leg is super straight, her toes are pointed, and her back leg is in a nice bending angle. Her cambre is nice and archy, and her arms are in a beautiful position. And then in my client's video, she has a nice plie, but then when she lands in her assemblée, her feet and legs do not connect in the air, and her feet land parallel to the ground or parallel on the ground instead of landing in a nice fifth position. And then when she jumps, this arm stays here. It doesn't go back with the other arm. Her arms just kind of fling backwards, and her front leg isn't super straight. So for my program, I mainly focused on the back and strengthening the back, as well as just working on flexibility of the legs, as well as incorporating an exercise with the feet. So first we have back arches with the arms above head. She did 10 of those, and then did 10 back arches with the arms bent, or the arms back and the legs bent. She had a 30-second break and a child's pose stretch to just relax the back muscles, and then repeated both of those exercises. Next was a calypso stretch. She held this position for 1 minute, and after the 1 minute, she reached forward and held that position for 30 seconds. Next was a pike stretch, and in this stretch for 30 seconds she had her feet pointed, and for the rest of the 30 seconds she had her feet flexed. Then was the turnout stretch, 30 seconds of regular holding the position, and then 30 seconds of her reaching forward for a deeper stretch. Then was the pigeon stretch, and she held this position for 1 minute, and then for 30 seconds she reached forward and held that position for a deeper stretch. Then lastly was split. She held this position for a total of 1 minute, 20 seconds regular, 20 seconds of arching back, and 20 seconds of reaching forward. And all of these stretches, besides the pike stretch, were performed on each side. So for the results for the calypso jump, Her chaînés were nice, just like the first video. Oh. And then as you can see in this video, she really thinks about her front leg being nice and straight. So it is nice and straight. Her arms are in a decent position, but once again, she is not facing towards the audience. And then for the Firebird, in the beginning, she did not assemble her legs and bring them together and land in a nice fifth position before jumping. But in this video, as you can see, when she lands in a nice fifth position. Her arms are even this time, her front leg is straight, and her back leg is in a nice arched position. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.